Welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a comprehensive look at Monmouth County, the place you want to be. Monmouth County is centrally located in the state with 27 miles of Atlantic Ocean shoreline, nationally recognized parks, state-of-the-art libraries, school systems, and public services. Monmouth County is home to more than 660,000 residents. It's a great place to work and live. Monmouth in Focus will highlight county services that are readily available to you as a Monmouth County resident. Thanks for joining us for Monmouth in Focus. You'll know why Monmouth County is the place you want to be.
Hello and welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Cynthia Scott, your host for Monmouth in Focus, and we are on location today in Freehold at the Biotech High School. It's Organization Day. Here to join me right now is Freeholder Director Tom Arnone. Thanks so much, Director, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful day it is today.
Beautiful day in January, and let's talk a little bit about what's going on here today. What is Organization Day?
Well, it's truly it's reorganization, okay, because what we're doing is we're starting a new year, we're starting new initiatives, closing out the year's end business and starting 2016, looking at it as continuing the progress that we've started or closing initiatives, and we had many of them this year, or starting new ones. And we also do have change of leadership on the board, even though we're one team together. Right. This past year, Freeholder Director Gary Rich was the director, and I'll take over that position this year, and we usually rotate through that position, and it's something that is ceremonial, but at the end of the day, we are all one group and one team, and for the betterment of Monmouth County.
And that's why we have it here, because like you said, it's a ceremonial day. It's for the newly elected or the incumbents to be sworn in again, and It's the first official meeting of the new year. Let's talk about 2016 and what your goals and initiatives are.
Oh, it's great. It's great. We had a great year. As we do know, we had some controversial issues where we came together as a board and made some decisions that some were popular, some were not. One, probably the biggest one, was the care centers, when we privatized those. And at the end of the day, what we anticipated the value would be, we were way off on the positive side for us. So in return for that, I think the residents are in a better place. I think the facilities will improve, and I think the employees that are still there, and well, close to 90% of them were offered positions there, will have jobs. Some retired, and some moved on to other facilities that they felt was better fit for them. And at the end of the day, our taxpayers are going to see the relief of over $7 million in operating costs. And quite frankly, my initiative here this year will be to take some of that, of the increase that we had to implement last year for the first time in 4 years, and give it back to the taxpayers. Let them see some relief from this. Obviously, something very close to my heart was the Shark River dredging. And as you see now, that's moving. Yeah. It's going. It might have took a little long, 17 years to be exact. But at the end of the day, persistence prevailed, and it's moving forward. I know that I have another initiative that's a little close to, probably more of a, close to the heart of a lot of people here in Monmouth County. It's for the special needs. And I know Sheriff Shaun and myself sit on a board for the Monmouth Ocean Foundation for Special Needs. And I'm going to work with the sheriff and Freeholder Lillian Barry, maybe even in the Fort Monmouth area, to look to see if we could possibly put an aged out school there where we have a true need for that. I will continue my pancreatic cancer run, where we donate money to the Lust Garden. We're up to $80,000 to them, and we have a lot of initiatives here that we're going to move forward with.
Well, best of luck in 2016. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And joining me right now is Deputy Director Serena DeMasso. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you. Happy New Year, first of all. You look great. Thank you. And let's talk about some goals and initiatives for 2016.
We have a lot of things on the plate, as they say, for this year. First and foremost is to make sure we keep our budget at zero, or actually in a negative. I'm sure you're aware that we sold the nursing homes last year, so that's a $7 million plus in our budget, plus the money that we made on the sale. So hopefully we'll be able to give that back to the taxpayers. Actually, we will give it back to the taxpayers. They put it there, they should get it back. Sure. We have hopefully a wellness center being built for our employees, and lots of other really great initiatives coming forward.
And obviously with these initiatives, some challenges come about as well. What are some challenges that you anticipate this year?
Well, as always, the challenge is to get things moving quickly, because in government there's lots of red tape, and there are things that you just can't move quickly. You just can't just call up the contract. You have to go out to bid. You have to make sure that everybody complies with the bid. So it's a little bit more difficult to move things along. I know people don't necessarily understand that, but those laws are there to protect them as well.
Right, obviously. And today, a very special day here on Organization Day when people get sworn in and you all join together and as a whole when it comes to the local and county officials here in Monmouth County.
Today is a great day because not only do we join together as a whole, but we appoint people to help us help our constituents. We have a slew of volunteers, all kinds of people that are willing to help and just pitch in to make Monmouth County the best place it's meant to be, a great place to live, work, and raise a family. And so it's really a very happy, festive day.
It spearheads the beginning of 2016.
That it does.
Best of luck for 2016.
Thank you so
Always
much.
a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And joining me right now is Freeholder John Curley. Freeholder, thanks so much for joining us today here on location at Monmouth in Focus. Best of luck in 2016. Let's talk about some initiatives that you have.
Pleasure to be with you, Cynthia. Yes, I'm looking to make sure that we are able to provide our services here in Monmouth County to the public at the best cost. I hope that we can move forward with a budget that is flat again this year. Unfortunately, we did not sell the nursing homes in time. I'd been pushing for 6 years to sell the nursing homes, to privatize them, and it was delayed for a couple of years. Unfortunately, we didn't have the votes. But we're moving ahead to do that. I also want to make sure those people that are in need, and many of those people still are from Sandy, but our general population, as the economy struggles, our general population is struggling to survive. And I'm very much concerned over our new tax program. I think it's causing a great deal of difficulty for people to be able to afford to live in Monmouth County. And as I've always said, that the government should not be there to hurt people. Government should be there to help people, to work along cohesively and make this county, keep this county a great place to live, to work, and to play.
Absolutely. Freeholder, you have some great initiatives there. Obviously, a lot of challenges as well. What would you say would be another big challenge in 2016? We always talk about the economy. Obviously, it's gained some momentum, but still, all right, we need to, help tighten things up.
Well, I think it's necessary for us to make those changes within our tax program to keep all of our budgets balanced, particularly here in Monmouth County, but I urge the municipalities to do the best they can to participate in shared services with the county so that we have fewer employees. I believe in outsourcing, I believe in job consolidation, and I believe that we need to move ahead in those areas so that Monmouth County remains affordable. As I mentioned before, people are moving out of the county left and right. My office receives calls each and every day about problems where they have been reassessed and revalued, and it's outlandish what's going on.
Right. You obviously, reach out to the people as well as Freeholder. I mean, I know that you always have this, open door policy in a sense. You're always responding to the residents. How do they take to that?
I think the residents are looking for change. And I think that they are looking for the opportunity to work with government, not against government. Because when the complaints come in, you know that they're dissatisfied. And you know that the government is not working with them. And we need to move ahead and help the public. Because it's their money. We work for them as the politicians. It's not reversed.
Obviously, coming from the municipal level several years back, now in the county level, it's different. I mean, you're dealing with the whole county and all these municipalities, right?
Absolutely correct. It's you can multiply it. I was a councilman in the borough of Red Bank. You can multiply that by 53. And, you're moving around representing 630,000 people in the 53 municipalities.
Yeah.
And it's an arduous task. A lot of people don't realize the time that a freeholder puts in. I know many weeks I can put in 60 hours plus. When I was running for re-election, probably 70 hours plus.
Yeah,
but it really becomes overwhelming. You're dealing with a lot of different personalities.
A lot of hard work.
And you're dealing oftentimes with unfunded mandates that come down from Trenton. And those unfunded mandates, not only to the county but to the municipalities, are damaging to budgets. And I urge the state legislature not to do that.
All right, Freeholder, thanks so much for joining us today. And as always, best of luck in 2016.
Thank you, sisters.
Joining me right now is Freeholder Lillian Burry. Freeholder, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you here on Monmouth in Focus. We've talked many times, and now it's 2016. Let's talk about some new initiatives on board.
Well, before we start, let me tell you this is my 11th year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Actually, I'm as excited now as I was in my first year. So it's been a lot of years between, but I think we've done some very good things.
Yeah.
And my initiative for the year coming up, I am, of course, very strong on open space and recreation. And we have hit the 17,000 acre mark. And really what I hope to do is to get us up to 19,999 acres, because that is really the park's goal.
Wow.
And I think they can make it. I really do, at least in my lifetime. And the other thing on a sadder note is I think we all have to come together and work on fighting this horrible drug addiction problem that we have in Monmouth County. I can't think of a family that hasn't had at least some experience with it. And it's really a very serious problem. And as I say, I do think we have to do this collaboratively.
Sure.
Yeah.
And quickly, Freeholder, one of the areas in Monmouth County near and dear to your heart is libraries.
Of course.
Yes, Lee.
Absolutely. We have a new director this year in Judy Tolchin, and she's done a remarkable job. And we're moving towards the point of it truly being a community center, the Monmouth County Library System, because we have so much to offer. And people respond. When you think at the Manalapan Library, we get 1,000 visitors a day going through those doors.
Wow. Great job, wonderful work that you do year after year, Freeholder. Thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck in 2016. Thank you, good to see you. And joining me right now, Freeholder Gary Rich. Freeholder, thanks so much. Come on in. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. 2016 is here.
Yes.
2015 came and went. A lot of hard work, a lot of initiatives that you set out that hopefully you accomplished. Let's talk about some new goals for 2016.
2016, one of the initiatives we have is around a wellness center. And we sold the nursing homes this year because part of the idea was that we were losing money, and we wanted to move it into the hands of private operators who could do it a little bit more efficiently. They're not necessarily under the auspices and the regulations that we would be. So the next step for us, in order to keep medical costs down, would be to do a wellness center, which we had some discussions in 15, but we just didn't get to it. And the idea behind that would be we would have specific areas or specific buildings that our employees could go to, and it would only be Monmouth County employees. They would have some really good benefits around pharmaceuticals, buying their own meds, getting one-on-one treatment from the doctor, and this would include their families. So it's not only employees, but their spouses and their children. So that's one of the initiatives that we have coming this year. As always, we're looking at the budget. We're trying to be as efficient as we possibly can. We'll look to some of the departments to kind of come up with ways to do things better. So that's really what our goal is. The same that I've done here. This is my 5th year, and since I've been here for 4 years, the board has been extremely, we've worked extremely well together to kind of, I think we have the same motives as all of us do.
Hopefully the same goals in mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. All right, thank you so much for joining us, Freeholder. Best of luck in 2016. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Cynthia.
All
Good
right.
seeing you too.
Good to see you. And joining me right now is Monmouth County Clerk Christine Hanlon. Thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations, Christine.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. I'm very happy to be here today.
Let's talk a little bit about some goals and initiatives for 2016 as the newly elected Monmouth County Clerk.
Yes, thank you. I'm really looking forward to 2016. As you know, I took over for Claire French upon her retirement prior to the election, and then I was very honored to receive the support of the voters in Monmouth County to remain as clerk and continue on for the next 5 years. I'm really excited about continuing some of the initiatives we started prior to the election. Most importantly, our Mobile County Connection initiative, where we go out to the residents of the county and provide our services in their hometowns.
Christine, you actually went to all areas of Monmouth County when you were doing the connection. I guess it launched back in the summertime, and you really hit Western, Monmouth, Coastal, Northern. Great event, really such a way to bring government services to the residents. How did it work out?
You know what, it worked out wonderfully, and as you may know, we did this initiative in coordination with our sheriff, Shaun, and also with our surrogate, Rosemary Peters. And we really tried to hit all areas of the county. We had about 8 events. And we are continuing to do more to reach out to the public so that they don't necessarily have to come to us. We're coming to them with our services.
And you know, it's so important, Christine. I know that you process passports, obviously. What other things does the county clerk's office do that possibly residents don't know about?
Well, one of the most important things we do it has to do with land recordings. Since the 1600s, the county clerk has been the keeper of land records in the county for every property record that exists in the county. So if you want to buy a home or sell a home or you have an interest in some piece of property, those documents have to be filed in my office. And that is a huge part of the county clerk's office. So we're going to continue to improve our services to the residents. It's an enormous service. We process over 120,000 records a year, and we maintain those records. We make them available to the public online, and we're going to continue to make more and more government records available online for the public.
Okay, Christine, thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck in 2016, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Always good to see you. Joining me right now is Monmouth County Sheriff Shaun. Sheriff, thanks so much for joining us today.
Pleasure. How are we doing? All right?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Great day for Monmouth County as always.
It's a great day, organization day here. Let's talk a little bit about the Sheriff's Office. Obviously, you run the Communications Division, the Monmouth County Correctional Institution, and the Law Enforcement Division. Number one priority always maintaining public safety for our residents and businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. This year we had a great year in terms of, one, moving into our upgraded facilities in the Sheriff's Office, which was our brand new 911 center and headquarters to better service the residents here at Monmouth County. And we've done so many programs and so many new programs and outreach this year. We're so excited. And again, keeping in mind some of the troubles that we have in our neighborhoods and communities in and around the entire county of Monmouth. So we're really in the schools with the prosecutor, Chris Miccioni, and our Chiefs of Police Association. It's been a tremendous effort this year, as you can see.
Yeah, we talk about law enforcement, and I don't think that the Sheriff's Office doesn't have a program when it comes to trying to promote public safety out there, whether it's for our youths or adults or seniors.
No, public education is the key. This year we were excited about our distracted driving program in our partnership with Neptune High School in rolling out our distracted driver program in the various high schools. And then of course, we have to be aware of our heroin issues that continue to plague New Jersey and Monmouth and Ocean County, and our staff continues to work with all of law enforcement to tackle that. But education is the key, and we've been in and out of all the high schools educated and all the senior centers educated. I think this is a record high number of hours this year that we've done, so it's been tremendous. And our facility upgrade, along with our equipment upgrades, have better service, police, fire, and EMS, and emergency management throughout the county. So it's been a great year. I know our freeholders, our Board of Chosen Freeholders, so supportive, and I want to congratulate our clerk, Christine Hanlon, and our freeholder, John Crowley, who did a tremendous job, and I know they're looking forward to serving their terms, and best of luck to them.
All right, thank you so much,
You
Sheriff, and
bet.
best of luck to you as well in 2016.
Thanks.
That is all the time we have from Monmouth in Focus. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Cynthia Scott.